Welcome to Reproductive Biology. Today, we are going to explore one of the most fascinating and highly competitive processes in the human body, known as folliculogenesis. This microscopic journey is the absolute foundation of human reproduction. By the end of this lesson, you will understand exactly how an egg prepares for fertilization, both biologically and mathematically. To understand what folliculogenesis is, imagine a massive talent show with thousands of eager contestants, but only one single person can win the grand prize. In the female body, this intense talent show happens every single month inside the ovaries. The contestants are tiny, immature eggs, and the protective bubble or stage they grow inside is called a follicle. At the start of the month, a group of these follicles begins to grow, competing fiercely for resources and hormonal signals. As the days pass, most of them will drop out of the race and fade away, leaving only one dominant champion to release its egg. Now that we have a general picture of this competition, let us look closely at the contestants themselves. Formally defined, a follicle is the fundamental functional unit of the ovary. It consists of an immature egg, which we call an oocyte, surrounded by layers of supportive somatic cells. These supportive cells are primarily granulosa and theca cells. Their job is incredibly important because they nourish the developing egg and produce essential hormones. Without these surrounding cells, the oocyte could never survive or mature. This entire structure develops from a tiny, dormant primordial state into a large, fully mature pre-ovulatory follicle. Building on the structure of the follicle, we must understand how it actually grows over time. The entire process of folliculogenesis is divided into two main phases. The early growth phase happens independently of major hormones. However, the later phase strictly requires hormones like follicle-stimulating hormone to continue. During this progression, the follicle passes through distinct morphological stages: primordial, primary, secondary, early antral, and finally, the mature Graafian follicle. Ultimately, this highly regulated sequence ensures that a healthy, competent oocyte is perfectly prepared for ovulation and potential fertilization. Before we move on to the mathematics of this growth, let us see this progression visually. Here, you are looking at the exact stages a follicle goes through. On the far left, we start with the tiny primordial follicles, which have just a single flat layer of cells. As we move to the right, you can see the primary and secondary follicles growing larger as the granulosa cells multiply. Notice the early antral follicle, where small fluid pockets begin to form. Finally, on the far right, we have the massive Graafian follicle, also known as the pre-ovulatory follicle, featuring a large fluid cavity with the mature egg ready for release. Having seen the physical transformation, you might wonder why this microscopic process is so incredibly important to human life. Without folliculogenesis, natural human reproduction would be entirely impossible, as the body would never develop or release an egg. Furthermore, these growing follicles act as temporary endocrine glands. They produce vital hormones like estrogen and progesterone that regulate the entire menstrual cycle and prepare the uterus for pregnancy. In the real world, understanding this process is the absolute foundation of treating female infertility. Doctors use specific medications to manipulate this exact process, rescuing multiple follicles from dying off, so they can harvest several mature eggs at once for in vitro fertilization. Now that we understand the biological and clinical significance, Let us look at how we can quantify this process. To truly understand how a follicle transforms from a microscopic dot into a large structure, we can look at the mathematics of cellular growth. During the early stages of folliculogenesis, the supportive granulosa cells multiply rapidly in a pattern known as exponential growth. We can model this explosive cellular proliferation using a standard exponential growth equation. This mathematical model is incredibly useful because it helps biologists and researchers predict exactly how quickly a follicle is developing over a specific period of time. This brings us to the specific formula that describes this biological phenomenon. The equation is n of t equals n0 times e to the power of r times t. Conceptually, this formula captures how a population multiplies based on its current size. Let us break down the symbols. N of t represents the total number of granulosa cells present at a given time t. N0 stands for the initial number of cells when observation begins. The constant e is the base of the natural logarithm, roughly 2.718. The variable r is the daily proliferation rate, and t is the time elapsed in days. If the growth rate r increases, the follicle expands much faster. Conversely, a decrease in r indicates a failing follicle that will soon undergo cell death. Before we move on, let us see this formula in action with a concrete example. Suppose we have a growing secondary follicle that initially contains exactly 500 granulosa cells. We observe a steady growth rate of 0.2 per day, and we want to find the total cell count after 10 days. We start by substituting our known values into the exponential model. The exponent becomes the product of 0.2 and 10, which simplifies perfectly to 2. Next, we evaluate e squared, which is approximately 7.389. This is our growth multiplier. Finally, multiplying this by our initial 500 cells gives us roughly 3,695 cells. This rapid multiplication physically demonstrates how a follicle transforms into a functional hormone-producing unit. So, we have seen how early cells multiply exponentially. This leads us to the next phase of development. During the late stages of folliculogenesis, the behavior of the dominant follicle changes. Instead of growing exponentially, it begins to grow in a linear fashion. This means that the overall diameter of the follicle increases by a steady, constant amount each day, rather than multiplying explosively. This linear growth phase is highly relevant in clinical settings. Doctors use ultrasound tracking to measure the diameter of the follicle day by day. By understanding this linear pattern, they can accurately predict when the follicle will reach its mature pre-ovulatory size. To model this late-stage expansion, we use a standard linear growth equation. The formula is d of t equals d0 plus k times t. Conceptually, this simply says that the final size is the starting size plus the total amount of growth that happens over time. Let us define each variable. D of t is the final target diameter of the follicle. D0 is the initial starting diameter when we begin tracking. The variable k represents the steady daily growth rate, usually measured in millimeters per day. Finally, t is the time elapsed in days. If the daily growth rate k is higher, the follicle reaches its mature size in fewer days. If k is lower, the maturation process takes longer. Now that we have our linear formula, let us solve a practical clinical problem. Imagine a dominant follicle has an initial diameter of 10 millimeters. Ultrasound shows it grows at a steady rate of 1.5 millimeters per day. We need to find how many days it will take to reach a mature size of 22 millimeters. We plug our values into the linear model, setting 22 equal to 10 plus 1.5 times t. To isolate t, we subtract 10 from both sides, leaving 12 equals 1.5 times t. This 12 represents the additional millimeters the follicle needs to grow. Dividing 12 by 1.5 gives us exactly 8 days. Knowing this precise timeline allows doctors to perfectly time procedures for artificial insemination. We have covered a lot of ground today, so let us summarize the most important ideas. First, folliculogenesis is the vital, multi-stage journey of an ovarian follicle from a dormant state to a mature, ovulation-ready structure. Second, we learned that this growth happens in two distinct mathematical phases: early explosive exponential growth of granulosa cells, followed by steady linear growth of the follicle's diameter. Finally, mastering how these cellular bubbles grow and function provides the foundational science for modern fertility treatments. You now have a solid understanding of both the biology and the mathematics behind the very beginnings of human life.